Have you ever thought about joining the great adventure that is the world's biggest MMO, but have felt overwhelmed by all the different versions of the game and don't know where to begin? Well, fret not, because today I'll be answering all your questions and helping you find the best version of World of Warcraft that best suits your needs. Some years ago, WoW only had a single client, but around 2019 players started insisting that the first iteration of the game, Vanilla WoW, be released again. Since then, the game now has different playable versions, and I'll be going into each of them in this video. First off, we have World of Warcraft Retail. Retail is the modern version of WoW, and has been expanding on the game since 2004 by going through many different expansions over the years. Therefore, it contains all of the previous content that could be found in all of the expansions that have been released so far. There is, however, a small caveat to this, which is that Deathwing changed the world of Vanilla forever during the Cataclysm expansion in 2010. So the world as is seen in Vanilla is no longer playable in Retail. Since then, we've seen additions like improved talent trees, additional classes such as Death Knights, Monks, Demon Hunters, and the Dracthyr.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no.
We've also seen many different races added to the game over the years, including the allied races. Retail WoW is the version you should play if you want the most updated and modern content the franchise has to offer, as you get all previous raids, zones, achievements, mounts, and more. Additionally, Retail WoW offers a variety of quality of life features, such as the Dungeon and Raid Finder, the Guild Finder, a ping system, hero talents, updated transmog and auction house systems, and more. Also, Retail WoW sees the most support by Blizzard in way of Race to World First events, ranked PvP and PvP tournaments, and additional seasonal content. Soon, with the release of the Midnight expansion, we'll finally be getting a housing system, which has been a highly anticipated feature by players for years. To put it simply, Retail WoW is the iteration of the game that has grown up with the players throughout all these years, and you should be playing this game's version if you want the most modern version of the game with all of its content and quality of life features. Next, I'll be talking about World of Warcraft Cataclysm. Classic WoW has been releasing all of WoW's expansions, starting with the vanilla version of the game, and we are currently during the Cataclysm era. If you never got to play Cataclysm back in 2010, this might be the perfect time for you to jump in. Cataclysm includes the same game systems we saw in the game 15 years ago, so Transmog and Dungeon Finder are included, as well as new races like Goblins and the Worgen. However, Raid Finder won't be added to the game until we get to Mist of Pandaria. Essentially, Cataclysm is a re-release of the game as it was back then, and the same will happen when Mist of Pandaria and Legion get released in the near future. If you're a veteran of the game and know what you're looking for, Cataclysm could also be the perfect experience for you if you're a fan of its class balance and its content, such as its dungeons, raids, and PvP. For those that don't know, the content in these re-released expansions is being drip-fed in the form of timed releases, so you don't have to feel overwhelmed, as you'll have time to catch up with everybody if you're playing through the different patches as they're being released. Up next, we have Season of Discovery. This version of WoW uses the vanilla client of the game, but adds new content to the already existing world, such as tweaks to playable classes through a rune system, new gear and items, new dungeons and raids, world PvP events, and more. Season of Discovery, as well as classic WoW, has so far been released through timed content patches. The thing that is most interesting about Season of Discovery is the flexibility in class playability. With additions like mage healers, rogue tanks, and more, it's more fun than ever to try out different runes and builds and find what feels best for you. Currently, the future of Season of Discovery isn't quite certain, and there's players that are asking the devs to progress the game to the Burning Crusade expansion, but as of right now, we just don't know. Next, we have Classic Era. This version of the game is a re-release of Vanilla as we knew it in 2004, with some minor tweaks. It's the tried and true world of old that has managed to withstand the test of time and remains extremely popular with a particular audience over 20 years after its release. Sadly, the Classic Era servers are now, for lack of a better word, dead. Sure, there's some people still running raids in some servers, but overall, they have been left behind by most players in order to move on to other versions of the game, especially with the release of the Classic Anniversary servers, which we'll be talking about now. Classic Anniversary released new vanilla WoW servers with the 20th birthday of the franchise, and is basically the same game we saw in vanilla era servers, but now with some much needed quality of life changes, namely the addition of dual spec and instant mail. If you're looking to re-experience the world of vanilla WoW, I strongly recommend that you join the new Anniversary Realms, as most people that played classic era servers have now moved on to this updated version of vanilla WoW. Additionally, the Anniversary Realms have already been confirmed to progress to the Burning Crusade expansion in the near future. So if you're looking for that flavor of classic WoW progression, now is your time to jump into Anniversary. Last but not least, we have Hardcore WoW. Hardcore WoW is not for the faint of heart, as you'll be leveling through the brutal world of vanilla but now with permadeath enabled. This means that a single death will mean the end of your journey, and your only options after that are either to quit playing hardcore or make a new character. Hardcore WoW offers some of the biggest thrills you can experience as a WoW player. Few things in gaming come close to the feeling of dread that comes with raiding in a hardcore WoW server. The hardcore experience is certainly not for everyone, but if you know what you're looking for, and especially if you're a seasoned player with good knowledge of the game, I think this version of the game can provide you with some of the best moments you've ever had in the World of Warcraft. It is undeniable that World of Warcraft is a game with tons of content, and now more than ever with the addition of all these different versions. But I hope this video makes it just a bit easier for you to make the right choice. This has been all for today. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. This is Lazy Wawa, and I'll be seeing you on the next one. Peace out.